To Kill a Mockingbird is a novel written by Harper Lee and published in 1960. It tells the story of Scout Finch, a young girl growing up in the fictional town of Macomb, Alabama, during the Great Depression. The book explores themes of racial injustice, morality, and the loss of innocence. Here is a summary of the full content of To Kill a Mockingbird. Part 1. The story begins with Scout Finch, the narrator, introducing her family and the town of Macomb. She lives with her older brother Jem, her father Atticus Finch, and their black housekeeper Calpurnia. Scout and Jem befriend a boy named Dill, who visits Macomb during the summer. The children become fascinated by their reclusive neighbor, Boo Radley, who is rumored to be a dangerous and mentally unstable figure. Scout, Jem, and Dill develop an obsession with trying to make Boo Radley come out of his house. They play various games and act out scenarios to provoke a reaction from him. Meanwhile, Scout begins her first year of school and faces criticism from her teacher, Miss Caroline, for knowing how to read already. Atticus, a respected lawyer, is assigned to defend Tom Robinson, a black man accused of raping a white woman named Mayella. Atticus takes on the case with great integrity, despite facing backlash from the racially biased townspeople. Scout and Jem face ridicule at school due to their father's involvement in the case. Atticus tries to teach his children empathy and understanding, and he tells them that it is a sin to kill a mockingbird. He explains that mockingbirds are innocent creatures that only bring joy through their songs, and it would be unjust to harm them. Part 2. Scout and Jem befriend their neighbor, Miss Mordy, who provides them with wisdom and moral guidance. Meanwhile, their curiosity about Boo Radley continues, and they attempt to communicate with him through a small hole in his oak tree. Atticus faces hostility from the townspeople as the trial of Tom Robinson begins. Despite strong evidence in favor of Tom's innocence, including the testimonies of Tom and Mayella, the jury finds Tom guilty. Scout, Jem, and Dill watch the trial from the colored balcony and are devastated by the injustice. Bob Yule, Mayella's abusive father, feels humiliated by the trial's outcome and threatens to get revenge on Atticus. Meanwhile, Scout and Jem attend a Halloween pageant at their school. On their way home, they are attacked by Bob Yule. Boo Radley intervenes and saves the children by killing Bob Yule. Part 3. Sheriff Hectator arrives at the scene and, after realizing that Boo Radley killed Bob Yule, decides to protect Boo by saying that Bob fell on his own knife. Atticus questions this decision, but Fate insists it is for the best. Scout walks Boo Radley home, and when she stands on his porch, she finally sees the world from his perspective. Scout reflects on the events of the story and gains a deeper understanding of the complexities of human nature and the importance of empathy. She realizes that Boo Radley was a kind and gentle soul who had been misunderstood and unjustly treated by the townspeople. The novel ends with Scout saying goodbye to Boo Radley and narrating the story from the perspective of her older self. She reflects on the lessons she learned during that pivotal summer and how they shaped her perception of the world. The story concludes with Scout expressing her gratitude for the experiences and people who made her who she is today. This summary provides an overview of the main events and themes in To Kill a Mockingbird, but it does not capture all the nuances and details of Harper Lee's beautifully crafted novel. Reading the book in its entirety will allow you to fully appreciate its rich characters, powerful messages, and the eloquence of Lee's writing.